Hello everyone at the Schwans27's channel. This is your Lord and Savior Vince Sampella letting you know about some changes to our Titanfall 2 tech test based on feedback that you have given us. The main issue that people are having is that this game feels very different from the first iteration of our game, so it's really only Xbox people complaining since the original wasn't on PlayStation. Xbox people have more than enough things to bitch about, so I'm not sure why our game is at the top of the list, but I digress. The biggest issue with the current build is pilot mobility. In order to open up the game to a wider audience, as I alluded to earlier, we wanted to make the game easier for new people, thus made it more predictable, less likely to get shot in the back, and have the gunfights less chaotic. We wanted to improve our gunplay, even though we ratcheted down the time to kill, which makes aiming less important, and the guns don't have any recoil anyways, such that a concept of a gunfight is laughable, considering that most people are just sitting around on a rooftop looking at, but not capturing an objective. However, if you ADHD Ritalin-infused kids have the need for speed like a terrible car game, then we'll turn up the pilot speed, and unlike in Black Ops 3, we're going to keep momentum chaining while wall running and not damper it to make a more passive, less smooth-feeling game. Now, because our game is called Titanfall, some people are angry at the changes we made to make the Titans less impactful in order to not have shitters rage quit every single match. As such, we're going to make it easier to get a Titan and have the meter revert to how it was in the first game, with it gaining power passively, because even though we designed it to reward kills and objective play, people were actually playing more cautiously for whatever reason. Just goes to show you that you can give players every incentive to move and play the game correctly, but they'll just play like twat waffles. Remember, our goal of every player gets a Titan, kind of like Oprah. You get a Titan, and you get a Titan. Look under your seat, there's a Titan under there. Additionally, we're changing the Titan survivability as they went down faster than Monica Lewinsky in the Oval Office. We didn't realize how stupid you plebs were in designing the battery system, and the fact that nobody helps anybody out anymore, just like on YouTube. Selfish fucks. We expect with more battery trading, Titans will last longer. However, we sacrificed our great rock, paper, scissors type engagements between the Titans so that people can get rid of the Titan annoyance faster and back to what they enjoy, two-shotting people from up on high ground. We are, however, nerfing weapons against Titans such that even non-AI controlled Titans won't suck as much ass. Also, we're holding some Titans ransom for the final game, which have better defensive abilities, so stay tuned for that. Lastly on Titans, we nerfed the mobility similar to the pilots to make them only have one dash core, which you could then later waste an ability on to make it two, but again, there are other Titans with more dash ability that we're saving for later, like that gum you put underneath the desk in front of you. However, we will alter the dash charger to make it faster such that you get dashes more often. Next up is map design, which is non-existent in the Homestead map, as we're really trying to showcase the new grappling hook, the only pilot ability which is even usable on that map that's flatter than Mary-Kate or Ashley Olsen. Considering that Homestead is a shittier Fracture and Boomtown is a shittier Angel City, I don't get why only one of them is having a negative reaction. We're putting out a new map for this upcoming weekend called Forward Base Kadai, which looks like if Nexus and Boneyard were made into a shit sandwich. There is also some negativity surrounding the visuals, including the HUD, which is more cluttered than a hoarder house, and the outline around the enemy and friendly players and Titans. We haven't gotten to it yet since pre-order culture cements release dates, even though there's more work to do, but we plan on having options to turn off the various beepity bops on screen, fully customizable for you. Also, the outline will be necessary once the full game launches because of all of the crazy customization that will be available, considering that you guys more like to play dress up than to actually play a shooter game, but I guess that the people that are hiding out don't like the fact that others know where you're at. We'll tone down the distance from which you can see the outline, and we'll think about reducing the bubble shield colors from bright to clear, but you guys love fun color palettes, right? In conclusion, we thought you guys wanted a more casual experience, but it turns out that our fans aren't just codtards that don't play any other games, yet always complain incessantly about the one they do play. Oh, and that whole network invite thingy? Yeah, we're working on fixing that for release because we wanted to make our game as social as the console it plays on, the Xbox One. Also, making judgments on an entire game when we only give you a fraction of what is actually going to be in it is quite asinine, so do us a favor and please stop thinking like you know everything. You could again fire up the pre-alpha tech test for this upcoming weekend and stand by for Titanfall.